What's going on, guys? You well here, and welcome to Confabulate, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm your host, Yoel Sanchez. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today, guys, we have my best friend, Gustavo, once again on the podcast. Thank you, Tavo, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Of course. You know I can only do this after having a cup of wine or glass or tumbler.
Glass of wine.
Glass of wine, yeah. So, thank you for having me on. And here's a sip.
Wait, not yet.
A what? Oh.
Do you know what Confabulate prayer is?
No.
Okay, you obviously do not listen.
I was one of the first persons to get on Confabulate, so you probably adopted this later on, right?
Yeah, but this shows that you don't listen to my show. Confabulate.
Anyhow.
Confabulate prayer is when I take a drink with one of my guests.
Oh, really?
And usually we take a shot or a drink or something.
Right.
And we kind of say cheers and we enjoy the episode. So,
well,
cheers.
Cheers with a glass of wine.
Yeah. We're too far, so we can't actually
do my first cup.
Wait, let's actually do the clickety sound.
There you go.
All right, because we're on the couch, we're not on the table. How does that taste?
Fruity.
We are drinking Stella Rose Black, one of my favorite wines, but I haven't drank it in a long time, and I forgot this is what it tastes like, so I'm actually not really a fan anymore.
I mean, I'm not a wine person, so took the first sip and I was like, I am done with this. This is not good. But after a couple of drinks, I could like down a whole bottle of this. I don't care.
Put your mic a little closer.
Closer.
To you. More? Right
Hello.
there.
Hello. That's because I have my head back. That's why.
Keep it there.
I won't move it.
Thank you for coming on. Why did you decide to come back on Confabulate? Because you had no other choice?
I was forced to by... Oh, wait. I can't say that. I was invited by a wall.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really. You know, since I was one of the first people on, I really said, you know, I kind of saw how everyone else was doing their podcast, and I was like, oh, it'd be nice to, you know, hop on again. Mm-hmm. And then when you mentioned, hey, we should record together, I was like, oh, let's do it. Yeah. Literally, you told me today, and look where we're at.
I did.
Boom.
I did tell you today. Well, this whole season is dedicated to all the friends and teachers and people who left an impact on my life. So if I didn't have you on this season, you were going to beat my ass.
Precisely, yes.
But yeah, you were my third guest. Was it? Yeah, you were my third. Started off with a bang. I've obviously grown a lot as a host, and I've just grown in general. So you were there since the very beginning.
Yeah, I think I remember telling you that I was mad that I wasn't the first person on your podcast.
Mm.
Yeah, so just putting that out there, you know, for the world to hear.
You're also not the first for this season. You're going to be number, 8 or 9.
Oh, I know, but at this point, it's not as big of an issue as before. Before, I was like, oh, you're starting a podcast, right? And then I was like, who's on there first? And they're like, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. And I was like, where am I? You're like, oh, you're third.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, how dare you?
And there was someone that's supposed to go before you, and you
I think I told you to jump me first.
Jump you.
Yeah.
Put you in the front.
Oh, I think I told you, hey, I'm next, by the way. And you're like, no, you're not. And I was like, now I am.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, then we'll put you third. What do I want to start off with? Well, we just went on a Vegas trip for your birthday.
That is true.
We did go. You turned 22.
I'm old, but
sorry,
yes.
I can't be throwing your age out there.
Anyone listening, I am now 22 years old. You know, just FYI.
And FYI, I'm older than Gustavo by 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, so he's older than me.
And so, but
so
Anais,
old pretty much.
Anais is older than me. She's the oldest out of the group,
which
makes no sense.
True.
We went to Vegas. I've been to Vegas many times. This was your first time.
This was my first time, yes.
What did you think of Vegas as your first time going there?
It was a very, a very interesting experience, you know. From what you hear and what actually goes on there, you know, you don't know what to expect pretty much. And that's what I was doing, you know. I was there with an open mind for whatever happened. Because, boy, there was a lot of things that happened. But, yeah, it's pretty... we'll put it this way. Would I go there for another time, for fun? No. Will I go when it's cold? Yes, because that leads me to my first point.
Yeah.
The heat.
Insane.
Insane. Yes, that's well put, you all. So, let's see. As soon as we stepped out of the airport, remember, I was wearing sweatpants,
Yeah.
a nice little thin soft shell jacket over, and no, for pretty much before we can even get to the Uber, I was already sweating.
Yeah.
And then we had to walk from like the outside of the airport all the way to where the Uber people stand and shit, like on the 3rd level or 20th level or some shit.
Yeah.
I would say not fun.
God, that heat was not okay.
Yes, I thought I was in a fucking... Oh, can I say bad words?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was in a fucking air fryer for a second,
110 degrees, dude.
Ugh. Even at night, it's hot, and that's just not it. We come from an area where even if it's hot in the day, at night it cools down nicely. We don't have to worry about sleeping without covers or having the AC on for like all night, and then fighting with me, telling me that I turned the AC off in the middle of the night. Do you remember that, you all?
Look, I clearly said I want the AC on 24/7.
Okay.
Nobody touch my shit.
Exactly. I was on board with that, right?
No, the fuck you were not. Because that thing turned into a heater. And I'm like, why is there hot air coming out of this thing? Turns out the atmosphere and whatnot, I guess the AC is keeping the temperature by throwing hot air. Makes no fucking sense. And ice was freezing, pissing me off. Like, no, we have to keep it cold in here because outside is a shit show. So, yes.
Right. Yeah, the heat. First point, heat is not it. We'll say that. Second point, the walking. Oh my God.
It wasn't that bad.
It was horrible. You know what made it worse? We walked in the heat.
Yeah.
In the sun. Direct damn sunlight hitting me.
Oh
there was a gust of wind that was hotter than the sun itself,
At least we had wind.
Oh, fucking wind. From that and nothing, I'd prefer nothing.
Look, yeah, to those of you guys listening, we went to lunch. We were staying at the Luxor, which is the big pyramid. Lunch with my cousin was on the other side of the strip by Circus, which is at the other end.
Yeah.
We took an Uber there. Can you imagine if we walked there all
I would have
sweating
fucking died. No, I would have told you halfway, you know what, cancel this freaking lunch. We'll go some other time. And, make it back to my hotel room and rest up.
Oh, my God. We took an Uber to lunch, and then we had our lunch, and it fucking bombed, let me tell you that.
No, that'll be the next thing, but okay, continue.
Fuck. No, let's talk about it now. Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, my God, I've never been to a Brazilian steakhouse, and literally... Wow. Remember, I told you I was scared to ask for, like, food, like the meat things where they walk around with the meat sticks.
Yeah.
I thought they charge you for every little slice of meat. So I was like, oh, shit, that looks expensive. I'll pass on that. And I felt
bad because you found out afterwards.
I found out afterwards that it was an all-you-can-eat pretty much. So,
yes.
I mean, I still got full, but I was like, kind of peeking. I was like, oh, that looks very, it's just like,
yeah.
You know what it was. It was very plain. It didn't have any kind of, like, special things to it. So I was like, that'll be cheap, we'll get that. And then the guy kept walking up and up and up. And, like, you couldn't even finish a piece of meat by the time the people were back there with, like, oh, you want shrimp? Boom.
Yes.
Oh, do you want, what was the other one? Oh, wrapped chicken with bacon?
Yes.
Boom. Do you want grilled cheese? Not an actual grilled cheese, but a little cube of cheese that was grilled.
Yes.
With honey sauce. That shit was good.
And they have so many different types of steaks. I didn't know.
Oh, I think the guy said like 17 cuts of steak.
Sirloin, New York steak.
There's a very specific one. It starts with the C.
I don't know. I'm not good with steaks.
Me neither. But to whoever is listening to this and knows about steaks,
Yeah. And on top of that, they had a salad bar.
All-you-can-eat salad bar.
Yes, with fresh cheese and salami and salads.
Oh, that was perfect.
It was such a good combination. And then they bring out the steak, and they keep coming and coming. We ordered drinks
that were, let me clear my throat for this, a little too strong. It tasted like they had rubbing alcohol in them.
One, we're in Vegas, right?
Oh.
Two, I think it's you just don't know how to order drinks. All the drinks I ordered were so good, and then I tried yours. I'm like, bro, this tastes straight out of the bottle. But I'd finish your drinks, which would fuck me up.
Oh yeah, you'd be pretty fucking gone.
I'm like, we're not leaving that shit there. That's $15. We're drinking that.
Yeah, but yeah, that place was pretty good. I'll give it a good 10 out of 10.
It was good. So we walked 2.5 miles, probably 2.5 miles.
Call it 3.
Call it 3.
Oh, well, no, okay. Well, it was 2.5 miles, but it felt like 10. Okay.
We did stop in like a hotel in the middle to walk around. Where that Italy.
Oh, Italy?
Italy.
Yeah.
We did. So
I think that's like the MGM.
that adds up to 3.
Oh, hell yeah.
Super hot, burning sun. Look, I was okay with it just because Puerto Rico is just like that.
Oh, Puerto Rico's worse because it's humid, isn't it?
Humid and tropical.
Oh.
And so it felt very at home with me, and I had the sunblock already.
Right.
So I was chilling. It was fine. But it was definitely a big thing to get used to. And the walking wasn't helping. The fucking sweating wasn't helping.
Exactly.
It's literally, like Nevada is a desert. And
Hell
they
yeah.
just put Las Vegas in the middle of a desert.
In the middle. Well, when we were flying there, remember I had the window seat, and it's just fucking mountains. You see one little thin road, and then out of nowhere,
Vegas,
a whole ass city in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was funny because when we stopped at the hotel, we were walking, and then I see the mannequins wearing the fucking outfits and the dresses and shit, and I'm like, Anais, this is giving Lady Gaga. And then we turn the corner, and it's a Lady Gaga museum, and I shit my pants.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, bro, we need to come tomorrow. So then we did, and I spent so much time there, and I loved every second of it.
Right.
Another highlight of my trip. You played a lot in the casinos.
Ooh, don't even get me started.
You were in the casinos.
Here, we'll give you a beginning balance of what I had on me.
Oh, you're gonna give them numbers?
Yes, I remember these numbers. That's how much fun I had.
Go ahead, take your time.
If I didn't have fun, then I would have been like, oh, I did this and that, and that's about it. But we walked into the hotel, and I had $2,700 cash.
As one does, by the way.
As one does normally on a trip. I was prepared for this because
Yeah.
Gambling city. There's a casino everywhere, or slot machines or whatnot everywhere. And then stick around for the ending, and you'll know how much I was left with from $2,700. But gambling. That was my number one thing that I was there for. I would say a good 30% of the trip was me gambling.
It was.
Another 30% was sleeping.
Especially the first night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the first night. Remember I got there? I said, you know what? Personally, I will only take $500 from what I have for the whole bunch.
Yeah.
And that was going to be for gambling. And how much did I have at one point before you left me?
I don't remember.
Like $2,000. Remember you were sitting next to me and I hit, tapped the thing.
You made $2,000.
And then it went crazy. It was like ding, 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 ding. And then it wouldn't stop. And then you kept recording me. And then it still wouldn't stop. And then, the Snapchat thing wasn't long enough. Because it kept going and going and going. I think that was like $900 right there. And how long did that last me? Not enough.
Yeah.
And then, I think you just said, oh, I'm tired. Or you were having the time of your life taking shots with random people. And having as many vodka cranberries as one can give you.
Look, hear me out. I enjoy the casino shit. I love being there with you. I just don't gamble, and I don't.
Right.
The slot machines I thought were fun, but I get tired of it.
Yeah,
especially because I'm fucking broke. I ain't got.
Well, it's kind of like a mindless thing, You're and you just forget that you're doing. You're just tapping a button, hoping for something good to happen.
But it never does. And at least for me. I lost $150.
Oh my god!
It sounds like nothing compared to yours, but for me,
I was betting $150 a spin.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's another good point as to why I wasn't doing well. I was doing the high limits everything, High limits blackjack, high limits poker, high limits slot machines.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was the end of me for the first night.
Yeah. Well, the first thing you did was blackjack. Oh shit! Do I have to sneeze? Okay, I think I'm good. I hate when that fucking shit happens. You did blackjack, and then I went to the bar and I got myself a drink.
Right. So stop right there.
What?
Here's a good point for everyone. Don't play blackjack when you're on a couple shots, because you forget what you're doing. Remember before we left, you said, "Oh, take a shot of." What the fuck was that?
We got a bottle of Malibu and a bottle of that Smirnoff
Lemonade, pink
raspberry
lemonade, something, which were both ass. Okay, but
yeah, we left them full in the hotel.
yes, that were not good.
That's for housekeeping.
They were gonna have a time of their life.
So
right
we
there.
did take a shot or two before going downstairs.
Yeah, and I
So,
think that didn't help because I was getting a little cocky with the blackjack. I was like, "Ooh, $100 a hand, $200 a hand, $300 a hand."
I also didn't know that you were a lightweight.
Yes, I am a very big lightweight. Ever since I stopped taking shots, ever since I said, after 21, I became a lightweight. Before 21, it's like the hype, You're like, you're not 21. You want to go drink. You want to go have this. You want someone to buy you a beer. You want to go to a restaurant and ask for a shot, And after you're 21, now that you have the ability,
yeah, it changes.
it changes.
Which
is what pretty much happened to me after my 21st birthday experience.
Yeah.
Which I will talk about
Okay.
also,
Yeah.
but later on. After that, I was like, drinking is fun and all, but it's not something I'd want to do, back to back to back, weekend after weekend or every day after work,
No.
It's something that gets tiring after a while. And plus, it's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
So, after that's when I kind of said, you know what? I'll drink occasionally, but I won't pound shots like you will. Oh my God, this man right here.
I don't pound
This
shots.
man is not a lightweight at all.
Well, I once was.
Yeah, but your tolerance has been built up
It went up
quite a lot.
But I don't do shots anymore.
Yeah, well, you did shots in Vegas. Count the shots in your head.
No, but I chose the liquor that had flavor and was fruity. I don't do tequila or vodka.
You did tequila and vodka.
Or whiskey.
But
No.
you were like 3 vodka crans into it, weren't you?
Oh, no, but those are cocktails.
No. After that is when you walked away, just said, hey, I just took a shot with some random guy at the bar.
Yeah, and it was fucking ass.
Well, yeah, it was probably tequila, straight tequila.
Look, whatever. My tolerance has gone up. I'm proud of it. I got good friends that push me, but I don't do shots anymore.
Yeah, no. It's for the best of it.
But back to the casino. I left you for a minute to walk around, and I went back to the bar to get myself a drink.
Right.
And then, was it a guy or a girl? Who did I tell you it was?
Guy.
It was a guy. Correct. I go to the bar. He's sitting by himself, and he's like, hey, the guy brought me 2 shots. Do you want to take one with me? And then I'm like, oh, what is it? And he's like, patron. What's patron? Tequila?
Tequila, yeah. Oh my God.
Dude. And I'm like, sure, but can I get your name first? I don't know what his name is. He did give me
spice it up,
He did give me his name, but I don't.
Oh, too many vodka crans.
If it was a basic name, like
you would have probably remembered it.
Steven or like Edgar or something, that I probably remember. But
not to offend any Stevens or Edgars out there.
No, I just think those are like very simple, common names. Steven, Edgar, Adam.
You said basic, so just clarifying that.
Adam, I don't know.
I don't know any Adams.
But I'm just saying those are very common, simple names.
Right.
If there's more complicated names.
Yeah.
And his was one of them, and I don't know what it was. So I took the shot with him, and I'm like, cool, how much do I owe you? He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I already paid for them. I'm like, okay, well, bye. Nice to meet you. He was like an older guy, too. Not old, but I'd say like 40s-ish. I don't know.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of young people gambling. It's more for like old people.
I know.
That's why they were kind of like, they kept IDing us. Remember?
Yeah.
Like if you sit at the blackjack table, I don't know if this is like general everywhere, but when you sit down, they'll be like, let me see your ID.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? This doesn't happen at my normal casino in California.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a fuck. They're just like, oh, you're here to gamble? Great. And the hospitality here is not the same in Vegas. They're dicks in Vegas, remember?
Yeah, they're pretty rude.
Like, once they get your ID and they check it, they just like chuck it at the table in front of you.
Yes.
Or if they're like, or if it's like you remember, because we were betting at the roulette table.
Yeah.
And it was your first time, and I was kind of helping you, but then I was trying to do my thing.
Yeah.
Mm,
They were not for that.
they were not about that.
And my dad wanted to help me on the phone, and they told me to put my phone away.
Right.
My dad also told me, like, oh, if you tell them you don't know how to play, they'll be happy to show you. I didn't get that vibe whatsoever.
Yeah, those people were not happy. I don't know what the fuck.
So I'm just like, everything red.
It was probably red flags left and right. I would agree.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because the casinos here in California, they're much more nicer. Like, if you don't know, and like, if you go like early morning, we'll call it like at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like the
2
dead
or 3 in the morning.
Yes, people go to casinos at night.
Oh, hell no.
Morning. That's like the dead shift where like pretty much all they're doing is just standing around. And that's like where you should go to learn. That's how I did to learn blackjack. That's how I did to learn the roulette. You know, I tried going where there's people, but those people, that you just get intimidated because they know what they're doing, and they do it like like super quick. Yeah. And then you need time to think and all that. So, you know, going like early morning gives you like enough time to like actually kind of almost be like one-on-one with the person. And then, you know, you'll see someone else also come over, and like, you know, someone who also doesn't know, they'll be like, oh, you know, there's only one guy at the table. I could probably join and ask them. So she'll kind of like, well, in my case for the 21, there was a lady, super friendly. She's like, you know, she's talked me through like how it pays out, how this and that, like, you know, all the rules that there are. I was like, oh, sick. I mean, I ended up losing, but, you know, she still talked me through. You know, she gave me a better understanding than what I had. And over there in Vegas, you know, nothing like that. They have the most bitchiest face on. They are just like, they're just get in here, do what you're gonna do, and get out, pretty much. Except for the waitress ladies, you know, those people those bringing you shots. Those are super nice.
They were cute.
Or alcohol or water.
They do take forever though. I don't like that.
I mean, that's a big ass casino. They have to walk like from one end to the other, I would imagine, you know.
I don't know. Get on a fucking scooter or
get on a little ATV and drive around.
Yeah.
What
do you call those things? The things that with the one wheel or the two wheel?
Oh.
When you put your feet and your balance?
Like from Paul Blart's Mall Cop, right?
What?
Yes. The two wheels looks like it's got a stick on it, and you like lean forward to go.
No stick.
Oh.
Like a little skateboard, but there's two wheels, and you balance it and you stand on it with your body. Come on.
A one wheel? Or
no. Some of them light up.
Oh, those things that caught on fire.
Yes. What is that called?
I don't know.
Dude.
They're
anyways.
Power boards?
Powerboard? Something board, right?
Yes. Well, someone who's listening to this knows what that is.
Yeah, they're probably thinking we're so dumb, but whatever. What else? Oh, back to my story. Yeah, I took my vodka cranberry. That was my second one. Took a shot with that guy, and then the 2 shots we took upstairs, and then I was just with you. I mean,
watching me waste a lot of money.
I thought it'd be cool since you love the casino vibe and the slot machines and the blackjack and shit. Since you do that here,
right? I
thought Vegas would be like the perfect place for you, but I don't know if you'd agree. Like, we're better off just here in California doing your own thing.
100%.
Vegas is a bit
anyone
much.
Who says, "Oh, Vegas is better than better than California." Never. It's probably a biased opinion on my side because I've lived here all my life. But casinos wise, California. Even though you had to pay hella taxes on that money, but California.
Yeah. What did you think of the food in Vegas?
Oh my God, the food. Interesting.
We didn't do that much food. Did the Italian food?
Italian, right?
Well, they forgot your birthday, even though like.
Exactly. I did not get that free lava cake that was served like in a fucking tub or some shit.
It looked bomb. That wine is not gonna fall, right?
Oh, it is. I'll just keep my hand on it. Oops.
Drink it.
It's getting there.
Yeah, finish it. Well, to those of you listening, I don't know if you know this, but I've been on keto for 12 weeks, and at the time, this is week 14 basically, but in Vegas, I was very nervous and scared because I'm like, fuck my keto, what am I gonna do? I just decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna eat whatever we eat, and whatever, I'll get back on the horse when I get back, which is the best way to look at it, like, just live life. But like, my body was fucking with me that whole time. One, I didn't shit for like 3 or 4 days. It might be
Not,
TMI.
it's not good. I kept telling him.
Even Gustavo
we
was
even
like,
we found a shirt for you, well, that remember the one that said, "I pooped today."
I pooped today.
I was like, yo, well, that's perfect for you for whenever you poop, just wear that. And they'll be like, oh, good for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't have to. I don't know.
I
But
don't know how that works.
even
I have to shit morning and afternoon.
even Gustavo was like, yo, when was the last time you took a shit? I haven't literally like seen you like shit. I'm like, bro, I don't even know. How long has it been?
Oh, that's because, I always, when you send me snaps, I'm always taking a shit. And I always send you the picture, like, you're looking at your phone, the phone's facing upward, and you see the ceiling light.
Yeah.
Remember? And then you're like, oh, you're shitting again. I was like, yeah, don't you shit? And you're like, no, I haven't shit in like the past week. And I'm like, oh, great. That's not safe.
Yeah, something's wrong with me. Wasn't going with this. Oh, the keto. Yeah, it was very weird eating normal food again. I couldn't wait to get back on keto. I got full with... Normally, the Italian place we went to, I would have stuffed my face, ate all of that on my own, and you would have watched me. Like, I don't give a fuck, and I'm ready for desserts. Like, the fuck. The Raisin Canes, I would have ate all of that.
Right.
Got full with a chicken strip. Like, whatever. The sandwiches we bought the first night. Got full with half a sandwich. Couldn't eat the fries. I don't know. It was just weird being there, so I'm glad to be back on keto. But
I think when we had the Italian,
yeah,
I think I was getting like homesick almost in a way. Because remember, I wasn't feeling too well. Like,
you weren't?
No, not like bad, like not feeling good, but like, I was like, I felt pretty much hungover. But it was like lasting all day. Instead of lasting after like a nap, I would feel good.
You were hungover?
Oh, fuck yeah. From staying up all night.
Oh.
Like that kind of not like drunk hungover.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like I was sleep deprived.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that usually fucks me over. Because I have to sleep from 9 p.m. all the way to 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's like set in stone. I don't care. Holidays, birthday, anything. Go to sleep at 9:30, wake up at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Remember, I was, I got to the room like at 4 in the morning, and then it was 5:30, and I was all the way awake. I was like, "Hey, well, also, where are we going today? What are we doing here? What are we doing there?" Right?
I know. I had my alarm for 7 a.m. and you were already like wide awake.
I was already wide awake on my phone, waiting for you guys to get up.
What else? Anything else we want to mention about Vegas before we move on?
No, we already touched. I think we touched all the high points.
We
The heat, the walking, the gambling.
The gambling.
That's about it. The eating.
Yeah.
It's done.
I got to wear all the outfits I wanted to wear.
Oh, I was not prepared.
Huh?
Luckily, my wardrobe was picked out by my sister.
Oh, thank God.
She helped me out with all those. Because I was like, I'm just going to chuck everything in there and hope for the best.
Oh,
right?
Brenda?
Yeah, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda.
I hope she listens to this. But, yes, thank you. Because, she made sure that everything was interchangeable. There wasn't too many vibrant colors.
Oh, nice.
So, she said in the event of me not being able to wear jeans, because, it's fucking hot. I was not wearing jeans, He's like, you could just put these shorts with this and this top on here, or this like this and that,
Well,
because for my birthday night, I had like this whole ass outfit planned.
Yeah.
But the weather was not helping. I pretty much dressed as if I was gonna go here like to Monterey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Monterey over there,
Speaking about outfits not being ready for the weather, those of you listening, I wore leather pants.
Oh my God!
On my walk to Raising Cane's, and it was 105, and I'm like, oh, this will be cute.
By the way,
you guys. So with leather pants, right? And I never wear leather, so I wouldn't know. But the heat goes into your pants, it stays in there, and it kind of like sucks you dry. And it's kind of just not literally like, but like it gets stuck to your legs, and you just feel like a turkey on Thanksgiving, or like Saran wrap or some shit. I felt like I was buttered up or some bullshit like that.
I remember you took your time to cool down to be able to take off those pants, because
I needed time for them to unstick.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
Because they were stuck to me and so fucking tight. But they weren't even tight. They were baggy. But once I went outside, they got stuck to me. And then it said 0.7 miles. Bro, anything in Vegas will take you forever. It took me 15 minutes to just get out of the hotel. And then the 0.7 miles begins.
Fucking confusing ass hotel and shit.
And I walked through the ghetto, across a bridge. And I met this homeless man. I bought him a chicken sandwich from Raising Cane's. But still in my leather pants. Dying. Never again. Never again. But since we're thanking our stylists, I want to thank Maddie for helping me with my outfits.
Ooh, I did not. This was not told to me.
The night before, she's like, okay, Yoel, we're FaceTiming. You're trying everything on. And we're going to plan these outfits.
Smart.
Well, I did all the shopping beforehand and I had everything. But I bought too many clothes. And I needed to see what I could pack. I have to burp. Okay, I'm good. And what I wanted to wear. So I wore everything in different shirts, different pants to see what goes with what. So Maddie helped me with all 6 of my outfits. So shout out to Maddie. We're going to move on from Vegas now. We're good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's talk about... I had another topic. Fucking bitch. Let's talk about our obsession for food. We didn't get to talk about food last time you were here.
Oh, right.
And I just want to know about your favorite foods, what you love to eat, if you like to cook anything, stuff like that.
All right, so I hate it when they tell you what's your favorite anything, right? Because there's too many things to pick from.
I always
I
give
don't
them a
care
few.
if people say, oh, you have to have the, one option that you'd go for. No, I mean, like, sometimes you're feeling this, sometimes you're feeling that. Not every day you're gonna be like, oh, I want to go to Chick-fil-A. Well, not for us, but I mean,
Yeah, not
normally,
us, can't relate.
normal people, they don't want to go to Chick-fil-A every day, right? So I hate it when they say that what's your favorite restaurant, right? Because every day you feel different. You have different cravings.
True.
Much.
Yeah.
You're high. You have different cravings. I'm high. I have different cravings.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want pizza. Sometimes you want a salad. Sometimes you want a sushi roll. Sometimes you want a Subway sandwich. It just changes. But I'll put it this way: the one I've gone to most often, which is probably because I like it, is Chick-fil-A.
And you get the grilled chicken club with the white bread.
Ooh.
Fries and a Sunjoy.
Well, when they had the Cloudberry Sunjoy, that was my go-to. But
and
that
chicken strips with Chick-fil-A sauce.
Thank you all for putting me on blast on my order. Thanks. Anyone who else wants to try this, just try that shit. That's just fucking bomb. And that was actually invented by my sister. That's what she usually orders. Brenda. And one time I was ordering it, I was like, just give me 2 of those. I want to try what it's, I want to try it. And it was pretty good. So from now on, that's what I've been eating. And it's a little bit healthier. It's not deep fried chicken.
Except for the tenders.
That's a cheat meal.
Yeah, I gotta add a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Non-keto Yoel, I would get the deluxe chicken sandwich and I add bacon and the fries and a sweet iced tea.
Ooh.
Sometimes I'd add some nuggets and get the Chick-fil-A sauce. And that's probably it. But keto Yoel, we gotta get the Cobb salad with the grilled nuggets and order grilled nuggets on the side with Chick-fil-A sauce.
Protein.
Avocado lime ranch.
That thing is good.
And an unsweetened iced tea.
Right.
But you didn't answer me about your favorite foods. You can give me a few. I know you're Mexican.
So keeping with my Mexican, what is it, heritage?
Yeah.
Lifestyle, choice, whatever you call this. The most basic food, carne asada. Just can't go wrong. Well, the way we do it can't go wrong. Because there's been places that I've gone to go eat. Same thing, but it's not good. Or there's like certain places where the meat's not good. Or there's certain places where the beans aren't good. The guac isn't good, surprisingly. They don't know how to make guac. So pretty much my go-to Mexican food would be carne asada. Because it's just something so simple, quick. It takes very little prep, pretty much. If you ever want to make carne asada, you just go buy the meat. You know, if you're feeling lazy, just put all the other stuff. You know, like Santa Fe. You know, they sell the rice, beans, and guac separately. Just get a little tub of each, and you're fucking set.
And they sell the carne asada already all seasoned
No,
up.
you could buy a whole plate of everything done. So, I mean, the already like prepped pretty much.
Yeah. So that's
So-
your favorite carne asada with rice, beans,
And,
And-
chunky guac,
ooh, and tortillas.
freshly made.
Oh my god, fuck! You brought carne asada here and your barbecue.
Remember, I
few
cooked
times.
it for you with my barbecue in the back of my truck.
Yeah, that's how dedicated you
That's
are
how
to carne asada.
dedicated I was.
You brought the carne asada all seasoned up, all nice.
Oh hell
and
yeah, that shit was
fucking
good.
bomb.
Whoever was here was eating good.
Fuck yeah. My favorite, I've said this many times, but I love flautas. The crunchier, the better.
Ooh.
Out of here with that soggy shit. I want them crispy. Con crema. Give me that fucking crema. Drown it. Well, don't drown it, but give me a big ass thing so I can dip. Rice and beans. Put the guacamole in there too. But I love tacos as well, especially fresh tortillas.
Yeah.
Tamales. That's when you guys get to show me if you guys are real friends. If I get tamales from your guys' mom.
Oh right.
Mary comes through every year. Thank you, Mary.
I forget every year.
Osiris comes through. Someone else gave me tamales. I forgot.
Melissa, I think.
Was it Melissa? Probably. Tamales, fuck it up. Pozole, you guys don't fucking play around. Horchata, you guys don't play around.
Oh yeah. Fresh horchata.
Fuck
is
it
the
up.
thing. That's the vibe, you know.
Mm-hmm. What else? I mean, I've had some shitty ass burritos and I've had some bomb ass burritos.
Exactly.
So it's a hit or miss. My favorite burrito is El Charrito and Salinas.
Yeah, wow.
What?
It's not real Mexican food.
Isn't? Well, I haven't been in years.
Oh.
But I just like the tortillas. Like,
It's,
what's wrong with
it's
it?
not good. I went one. Okay,
Okay, I don't
Well,
eat
what-
burritos first of all, but that's where I would go.
right. But I've had El Charrito before, and I'm confused because a lot of people say it's good, and a lot of people say they don't like it.
Right?
And it's like almost even. The people that say that it's good and it's bad. So personally, I'm not a fan because I know what good real Mexican food is. You know, I live in a place where, you know, tortillas a mano are like a daily thing. That's why I'm so chunky. So, you know, going there, you know, I think I got kind of I was shook that the burrito could fit in your hand with your hand closed.
Oh.
Remember, it's like so small.
Mm-hmm.
And their choice of meats are very
Limited?
like interesting, put it that way. Because it's not like, I think I asked for like chile verde, and it was just like carne asada with like green sauce on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's supposed to be like, you know, different, like completely different. So I'll have to go again, but you know.
Your mic is too far.
Is it? Oh, oops.
There you
Sorry
go.
about that, people.
Yeah.
In case you didn't hear, I'm not a fan of El Charrito. Point said.
Okay, well, I haven't gone in years, and I don't eat burritos. But I remember it tasting good. My new favorite place is Tacos Almeca.
Oh, yes.
Bro, I'm gonna
what
tell
is
you
it,
right now.
Gilroy Morgan Hill? or some
Gilroy.
shit? Gilroy.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't play around. My plate.
That was the best. Even okay, so we did get that when we got back from Vegas.
Yeah.
So tying this story into that one. So we got that like as soon as we got back because we were hungry. We were starving.
Mm-hmm.
So that made it even better because we were home. We were almost home. You know, we were waiting for this moment to get back home, away from the heat, away from this and that.
Yeah.
Then, you know, and then getting served some really good, authentically, you know, delicious Mexican food that was just right there. You know, the cherry on top, we'll put it that way.
So delicious. You got a burrito, right?
Oh, best burrito. Or like a super
Really?
burrito or some shit.
Oh.
With avocado. Ooh.
I've never had my tacos all separately. But I was not complaining.
Right.
I was not complaining.
Because you got a plate. You know, plate's like when they put your meat, rice, and beans.
Okay.
Or whatever. I don't know what they put on yours.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
asada, rice and beans.
Yeah. Like they put it like that and you eat however you want. If you want to eat everything like in a taco, you just scoop it in, and you're set. So if you wanted like an order of tacos, they would have given you like 3 tacos and everything else on the side, and then you just
Oh, I didn't know that.
scoop it up. So
Still fucking bomb. I
yeah,
wish I could go there every day.
a little too far, but whoever's in Gilroy, Tacos Jameca, I would highly recommend it, and so did you all.
Fucking love it. I can't wait till I can go back. What else can we talk about? Well, I gave Melly and Bree a best friend quiz to see how well we know each other.
Oh no.
And out of Melly and Bree, I think I've known you longer than them. So
yeah. So
we should get 100% on this.
Should. Now will we? We'll find out.
Again, I feel like the ones about me are very common sense and everyone knows them.
Okay.
It's harder for you because I don't know. I just.
Well, mainly I'm like a really reserved person. I don't really like speak a lot about myself. I'm more of the listener. Tell me your problems. I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, you are a great listener.
Yeah.
But so am I.
So we'll see. We'll see let's see who's the best listener then.
Well, question number 1 is, where was I born?
Ooh, I know this, but I'm scared to say it because I think I got it mixed up. If we could get that little ding 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 music, that would help me focus.
Ding ding music, like a countdown.
No, it's like from the game show, like da 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 da.
Just
give
me
I
your
don't know.
answer.
Anyways,
just give me your answer.
Tennessee. No, see, I have an uncle that lives in Tennessee, so it's not that. Hold up.
What the fuck did you just say?
Tennessee? No, it's a state that's not common. I know that. Right? Michigan. No.
What?
Oregon? California? No. Hold up.
Oh, hell no. We're starting off bad.
On a good note,
I love that you said Tennessee first. Funny story, I wish I was born in Tennessee because I grew up watching the Hannah Montana movie.
Oh my god.
And Miley goes to Tennessee to visit her family, and the whole movie she spent in Tennessee, back to her roots and singing. And I'm like, bro, I wish I was there.
Ohio.
Yes.
There you go. See, I knew it, but I just couldn't I couldn't get it out in the moment.
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, there you go.
But left after like a week or two of being born in Puerto Rico for like 2 or 3 years. And then here.
There you go.
Where
was I born?
You were born in Monterey.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes. I didn't want to think of it as a trick question.
I get like a half point because at the end I knew it, and you get the full point. So.
Mm-hmm. The next question is. I'm not asking that one because I don't know that about you.
Say it. I might not know it about you either.
No, you do.
Oh, never mind then.
I'm gonna ask you, how we first met.
Ooh, I remember we talked about this because we talked about this because I asked you, I was like, so how long have we met each other? We were just kind of remembering because I've known you for, what did we say? 7 years?
2013, right?
Yeah.
So that's 7, 8, 9.
Oh, two COVID years don't count, so.
Oh yeah, we're still 20.
Yes, we're still 20. So, how was it? I think we were in PE together, right?
We did have PE.
Yeah. What were we doing? I don't know. How do we know, like.
Can you believe they would put all the boys in a room to change in front of each other?
That was the most awkwardest shit
with
ever.
Chairs everywhere? Who the fuck
does that? Just a room with chairs and like sit down, pick a chair.
That's torture.
Yeah.
What if I'm insecure about my body?
Oh, yeah, I don't think they care.
What if I'm in the closet and I don't want to see a bunch of shirtless dudes everywhere?
Well, I don't know.
Fuck that. That was the worst. Anyways, it was PE. I remember you were a great runner. You probably still are.
Not the best, but
But
you know.
naturally, I'm like,
What'd
how the
you
fuck
say?
you run so fast?
No, I wasn't fast, y'all. I just
Yeah.
had a lot of. What'd you say? Stamina? No, is it
I
like
remember you being a good runner. I'm like, what the fuck?
like I could just keep going and going and
Yeah.
going? Is that stamina? I don't know.
Endurance.
Uh, That.
I was in cross country, so I know this.
Oh, there you go.
Endurance, stamina. What was the other word? Whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Whatever, but yeah.
We had PE. I think that was it. That's how we first met. And then you used to hang out at the palm tree when you told me to just.
Oh yeah, I was just like, hey, like come over, like slide.
And I did. I don't know who else was in the group. Do you remember?
Ooh, a lot of people. A lot of people we don't talk to, or we don't see often. Not don't talk to. Okay, just don't see often. I think it was like Moises, Isaac, Alonzo.
Why do I feel like David Guzman was in that
David was there,
group? Okay.
sort of. I
Ish.
think.
And wasn't it like. No, I don't remember. Pedro? Pedro, right?
Who?
Pedro.
Oh yeah, Pedro.
Right?
Oh yeah,
Or am I tripping?
yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Then a bunch of other people that it was too many because people were going in and out. You know, sometimes we're there, sometimes we weren't. So
We hanged out with Justin.
yeah, Justin Kelsey.
Yeah.
Who else?
That's about it. I only talk to Alonzo still. And Isaac. Those two.
Yeah, occasionally.
Next question. This question. It's actually hard.
You're gonna be mad if I don't get it. That's what you're trying to say.
I want it to be an even question. I want it to be very
Right.
even. Is that the word I'm using? Equal. I want it to be very
Equal, even, same thing.
okay. I don't want to have like an advantage. What was? Oh God. What was my dream job as a kid?
As a kid.
Yes.
Hmm.
And as a kid counts like before graduating high school also. Like a dream job that I always wanted to be.
A singer?
I'm sweating in this, by the way.
I'm sweating too, don't worry.
Do you
fucking
see me
wine.
getting sweaty?
Hell yeah. I even have a jersey, like a...
I'm wearing
like
a crew neck and nothing underneath. I'm sweating under this.
Yeah.
Did you say a singer?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. To this day,
There you go.
I guess I had a lot of dream jobs.
You had a lot, but I think the singer one was the one that you were like most happy about.
Yes.
You know, it's the one that you're most excited about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you really looked forward to it. You'd always mention it. That's kind of like the one that stood out the most.
Yeah. That I just wanted to sing, y'all. Like, it's not that hard. Just want to
Like-
sing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I remember I always wanted a job that was fun and didn't seem like work.
Right.
I wanted fun jobs that seemed fun. Like a lifeguard or like a chef
Lifeguard. Yeah.
or like a flight attendant or...
I had to deal with all those people in an
Okay,
airplane.
but you get to fly for free. You get to travel the world. Everywhere you fly, you probably get 3 days off to just travel, and then you get back on to working. Hella fun. Your dream job?
I also had a lot, so...
The mechanic is one of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, mechanic was... That was more of what I wanted to do graduating high school. Mechanic.
Right, and that's what you studied in MPC.
Yeah.
And you got
Do
your
you know
thing.
what I wanted to be when I was a little kid? Like, when I was like 3 or 4 or less.
Yeah, since I knew you back then.
Of course.
It's hard because I will be guessing because
Right, no. I'm not expecting you to know this. I'm just saying, what would you, like, knowing me and knowing what I like, what would you put, we'll rephrase the question. What would you put as what I would have, like, wanted to be as a kid? Like, what would I
ranchero.
picked? A what?
A ranchero.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's pretty much what I am right now.
Uber driver.
Oh, of course. At 3 years old, I was like, I'm gonna drive people around
Bartender.
because I could totally hang.
You wanted to be an actor.
Oh, of course. I'm so good with cameras.
A lawyer.
I'd probably put myself in jail.
Or did you want to be in a banda? Because you're actually a good singer.
So I actually did want to be a singer, but
I got it.
yeah, I did want to be a singer, but then I realized like you have to sing in front of people, and that kind of gave me like anxiety. So then my next pick was being a firefighter.
Oh.
All was well until I saw some guy that like had like burn scars that got like trapped inside of a building that was on fire, and like he had all of his battle scars, we'll put it that way.
These battle scars don't look like they're fading, don't look like they're ever gone away.
Thank you, Wolf. It just made my night right there.
These battles. Keep going.
So yeah, I wanted to be a firefighter, but then I saw someone that caught on fire pretty much, and I was like, ooh, no, because I wanted the job because they're like when nothing's happening, they're just sitting inside of their like, what do they call them? Fire stations? Like they're just chilling, waiting for someone to say, hey, my house is on fire, come turn this shit off. And I was like looking forward to that. I was like,
well, my coworker Joy, her son is a firefighter.
okay.
He's like 29, 30, and he's a firefighter in LA area, Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
And he's told me some stories, and
Ooh.
those shifts, the shifts that they have, like that's no joke. It's like 8 days straight. You could be awake for 24 hours. You sleep until they call you.
Right.
You're cooking for you and your team. You're living there, but like you said, you're waiting for that call, and it could be back to back for days and days and days.
Right.
So you barely have any downtime. Sometimes you have a lot of downtime. Sometimes you don't.
You won't have any.
And then you'll get I think it's three days off in a row, and then you get back to it. But it's all worth it, because if you go to this training to become a firefighter and you work really hard for years, and you spend all this money, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Right. You're gonna be dedicated at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're prepared.
Ain't no turning back.
Yeah, that's what turned me back. I was like, I can't live a week without my house, sleeping on my bed. So then I wanted to be a police officer.
No,
And then
same shit.
A lot of people got shot. A lot of police officers getting like shot, getting pretty much harassed for being a police officer. And I was like, it's not the move. So then after that, I kind of said, I'll just let it be. Whatever happens, happens. And that's when I was like, I'll be a mechanic. And now look at me, taking over a landscaping business.
It's true. You never know where life's going to take you. You know what held me back from becoming a flight attendant?
What?
I get airsick.
Oh, right. Yes.
If I get airsick just sitting down on this plane, imagine if I had to go walk back and forth, giving people food and drinks.
Water is like, hey, do you want this? But can I get a coffee? Oh, fuck you. All right, here's your coffee.
Making a coffee while I'm like lightheaded and shit.
You just keep adding sugar.
And also, I can't stay in a place for a long time. Imagine if I get on a flight to London and it's a
16-hour flight or some
16. I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't jump off this plane.
Fall asleep and be like, oh shit, we landed. Great.
But if I'm on the clock, I got to work for those 6. Oh, hell no.
You have to be working. You have to be making sure people are good. Telling them, go sit your ass down. Did you not see the seatbelt sign? Or you can't take a shit when we're landing because then shit's going to go south.
When am I going to find time to take a shit in that 16 hours?
What if someone's in the shitter and then boom, it's time to shit. You got to kick them out. Like, get the fuck out. I need to take a shit. I haven't shit in 3 days.
I also get claustrophobic, and that seems very tight.
That's even, those bathrooms are pretty compressed.
So not the right job for me.
Glad you weren't a flight attendant.
Yes. Next question for the friendship quiz. Who are some of my favorite singers?
Oh my god. I have a lot of them. Tom Holland.
He's not a singer.
I know, I said that on purpose. Kelly Clarkson, John Turry,
Oh my god, I can't believe you said John Terry.
Wait, is he a singer?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was like, wait.
I'm
him.
so surprised that you remember his name. Okay.
There's another John. John.
Oh, I love this.
John.
Elton
John. Yeah, that guy.
Elton John? I like him a lot, but he's not one of my...
No, I know, but I can't remember the other John.
I like John Legend.
John Legend.
Wait, yeah. Talking about the other John that's my friend?
Yes. Give me the first letter of his last name.
His name's not John. It starts with John, but it keeps going.
Jonathan?
No.
John Terry? No.
John Terry, you already said
I already said that guy.
John Paul.
John Paul Wallace. There you go.
Yes. He's going to be on this season.
Okay. I'm glad I was in front of him.
Okay, you got Kelly Clarkson, John Terry, John Paul.
Lady Gaga.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Can't wait to see her. Brianna, we're going. I'm bringing your ass with me. I don't give a fuck.
I'm thinking about your CD album that you have in your car. Adele, obviously. Katy Perry. No, wait. Pause on that one. The other one.
The other Katy Perry?
The other Katy Perry,
Which one's that?
Taylor
one?
Swift.
I like Taylor, but not one of my favorites.
Really? You have all of her albums in your car?
I didn't buy half of those.
Oh. Okay. Beyonce.
No.
Okay.
It's Beyonce.
Okay, whatever you say.
Say it like that.
Beyonce.
Yes.
Okay, well, Beyonce. Who else can I imagine?
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
Oh, I was like, who sings that song? What's
your favorite Beyonce song?
Well,
it's so hard because
there's a lot of music to pick from. And there's a lot of different styles that she does.
Because we got early 2000s Beyonce.
Right.
And we got today's
like
Beyonce.
The ladies Beyonce.
Yes.
You know, put a ring on it or finger
and
on
the
it.
Halo and the If I Were a Boy.
Yeah, you got the old Beyonce.
And Irreplaceable.
And then you have the new Beyonce. And then now you have the house Beyonce.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, a lot of, Then there was the Lemonade Beyonce.
I love
about
her.
to fuck up Jay-Z Beyonce. That one.
You gonna lose your wife.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I bought that through Apple Music, and I don't know where it is now. That album.
But give me some of your favorite Beyonce songs. Because you're like a full fan, I think.
Yeah.
And so am I.
No, I was.
Still are.
I am, sorry.
Once you become a fan, it's for life.
It's for life.
You're a part of the Beehive.
I don't know the names off the top of my head. But I know what they sound like. That's how I remember.
Give me a little.
Hold up. They don't love you like.
Okay, hold up.
Hold up.
Yes.
There you go. Pretty much the whole Lemonade album is the one.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Because it's literally, it starts off nice and then it goes high up and then there's deep parts and then, it mellows you out at the end.
It's a story, yeah.
It's a story, The rise, the climax, the fall, and then the what do you call it? Rebirth? Catching up, some shit?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Cool.
So, I think as soon as it came out, I listened to it, and you just, song after song, you just listen to it and you understand it. You feel what she's going through. Like, the way she pretty much expresses exactly what she's going through.
Mm-hmm.
So.
My favorite. You ready for mine? Early Beyonce. I'm going to say I love Halo. I love Love on Top. I love Pretty Hurts. I love Blue. Best Thing I Never Had. Run the World. And then from Lemonade.
Ooh.
I mean, Sandcastles means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love that song. One of my favorite songs ever. Same thing with Daddy Lessons and Freedom with Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly.
I thought that song was perfection. Then I saw their live performance at the BET Awards.
Right.
In this pool of water. And then Kendrick just pops up from the stage and gets in that water with her, and they're kicking the water and screaming and what you want from me? Is it true? I'm like, whoa. So Freedom, Daddy Lessons, Sandcastles. Love Hold Up also. I think I'm gonna stop there because
there's an infinite amount, you know.
But you said all of my favorite singers. You said Kelly, you said Adele, you're just missing Ed Sheeran. And
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
And I like Shawn Mendes a lot too. But you said everyone else. I'm surprised you got John.
I said everyone that's important. Those other.
You got John Turry. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I was. See, yeah, I said John Turry, but I was like, there's another John.
I finished my wine. Did you?
There's still a glass of wine left. What would be considered a serving of glass of wine?
We have good timing. It's already over 10 p.m. We have 2 more things before we finish up.
All right.
The first one is, what is your favorite Kelly Clarkson song? I ask everyone on
okay. I know this one. I know this one.
Okay.
Just give me a moment so I can remember.
I know what you're going to say, and I'm ready to talk about it.
Just name it.
It's Piece by Piece.
There you go, yeah.
But the American Idol version.
Yes, the
live
performance
has to be live.
Because the way her voice. We won't go too much into depth in this because you can just go on and on and on about this.
Yeah.
Especially you, since you love Kelly Clarkson. But I mean, I don't know. I think the first time I listened to it, just you can hear the sadness in her voice. She can just express it so smoothly, so evenly. Like, you almost feel what she's feeling.
Dude.
The way she almost, like, cries at one point. Even you feel, the, like, what do you call it? Like, the constriction. Like,
yeah.
She ran out of voice at one point.
Yeah.
She was, like, wordless. And then she's like...
Yes. Oh, my God.
Like, all that, like, literally... such a expressing song, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's why, honestly, best song in my part. Well, best song that I like, pretty much.
Yeah. And to those of you who haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and watch it. Kelly Clarkson, Piece by Piece, live on American Idol. I remember it was 2016, and I remember we'd meet up at school before school started in the forum, and I was watching the video, crying.
Yeah.
And I showed you, and you fucking cried too. One of our other friends cried, and I'm like, bro, this song.
Everyone was crying.
Yeah, because a little story about that. Because I asked Mary this question last season, and that's her favorite song too. Mm. And I told her a little story. So Kelly has a song called "Because of You" from her Breakaway album in 2005, I think, or 4. And "Because of You" is dedicated to her dad, who left her when she was a kid. And the whole lyrics is like, because of you, I feel worthless. I feel lost. You ruined everything. You broke me. So that's all about him, right? So then we move on over a decade to Piece by Piece. And that is about that she found a man. She found a father for her kids. She got married. She has a husband. And he's everything that her dad wasn't. That's what that whole song is about. So it's kind of like a full circle moment, right?
Right.
But here we are. And then her new album, which should be coming soon, she has a song that she's talked about that it will be like the part 3 to this journey, because now that she got divorced 2 years ago and she's a single mom, this new song is all about herself. It's kind of like, all this time I thought I needed a man to like fill me up, but I just needed myself. I found that my true hero was me, and I didn't need anyone all along. So she was probably like 22 at the time, from 22 to now 40, for her to like her to learn that lesson is freaking crazy. But yeah, Piece by Piece, insane, best performance. I got to hear her live on the show. I have it on my phone. Crazy, most amazing lyrics. She sang that song in a wedding one time, which you wouldn't think that song would be like appropriate for a wedding, but you hear the chorus and you see like, I found someone to pick me up and to fill me up. And it really does. It sounds amazing in a wedding. So she sang it in the wedding. She fucking cried too. It's a great song. So, good choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Last question for you is, do you have a question for me before we finish up this episode?
Let's see.
Besides that, I'm fucking sweating because I can't stand it in here.
Oh, the wine.
And I'm always sweating. But did you finish your wine?
It's almost there. It'll be done by the time we finish.
Cool.
Any questions? So, actually, yes. So, how do you like now that you moved from, living with your mom in Castroville, now to moving into Prune, Tucky, the best place on earth? Like, how do you like it over here? How is it? What are your thoughts?
I went from the hood to the woods.
Exactly. There you go.
I do miss Castroville sometimes. I grew up there since I was probably like 9. But I do go there when I visit my mom, and I go to the post office and stuff. And sometimes I'll drive around. I can say I'm officially like settled in. I kind of found my place already. The beginning was really hard.
Right, I remember. Yeah.
Moving out unexpectedly was very fucking hard, and I had no time to process. Very shocking. And I think the worst part about it for me was that not only did I not understand, but I felt like I didn't deserve to be treated that way. And I don't want to go too deep because I don't know.
Right. It wasn't a very pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
it was not pretty. But a hard thing was that happened to me. And like my birthday was the week after. And I had all of these interviews lined up to record. And I had to like put a smile on my face and like be very present and ask questions and be happy when I was like miserable. The whole last season, I really had to get my shit together while moving in here and, getting settled in. And then I still had school. I had to drop out of school. There was a lot that I had to figure out in myself and find in myself. My weight kept going up too. It was a rough beginning to this fucking year, but I like it now. I like that my dad has taken me in and has been very helpful and supportive. And I've been able to help as much as I can with my sisters coming here week in and week out. And now my grandma's here, so I'm doing things I didn't really ever do before, which is cooking a lot and cleaning a lot and watching over my family and stuff. I have more time for the podcast and to do things that I love. But I'm very grateful for it because my whole life I struggled with a lot of things, and I feel like now in my life I'm very content. I said that in my private the other day, that before I started this season I wanted to be 100% healthy and okay and just content with everything mentally and physically, and I am, which I'm very happy about. It's been a long time coming, but I feel like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, fuck, I'm sweaty. How do I like Prundell? I don't like leaving here in the fucking highway.
Neither do I, but
I get used to it, and I never really go out when it's hard to get out. I go out in the mornings. It's easy to come out.
Right.
Come back, it's fine. I like being close to Prune Tree. I love being... It's funny, sometimes I look at the Snapchat map, and I just zoom out a little bit, and I see you, I see Melly, and I see Brianna, and we're all in this little tiny circle.
Little tiny corner over here, right.
And I'm like, I'm right here with my friends. How cool. I mean, we haven't taken advantage of it.
No,
but
we will like sometime.
Y'all have came over more times than I've been over, so that's cool. I like it here. I mean, I'm always at work or here. I just drive to Marina and back. There's no Wi-Fi here, but I don't really need it. Yeah. I kind of gave up on social media. I deleted it for a while, have it now just to promote this whole season, but I'm not present in it or very active in it. I go there to post and promote what I got to do.
You're right.
And then I dip and I'm out, and then I'll come back and post what I got to post. I don't pay attention to it anymore. So
yeah, because there's a lot of people that are like super, like they can't live without social media. And it's kind of scary because they're just like, any little chance they get of time, they want to open their phone and check Snapchat, check Instagram, check Facebook, check Twitter, see what's going on from like 15 minutes ago when they were just on their phone.
Yeah, and it's definitely a challenge for me because as a content creator and as a YouTuber and podcaster, I understand that that's part of it.
Right.
Social media is a big part of it, and you got to use it to the best of your advantage. But I've learned how to just to use it and not to stick with it, because I don't know. It's the thing about getting older too. You get older and you realize none of that shit fucking matters.
That was only high school stuff.
Yeah, I don't care
Yeah,
about your.
because in high school you were with your friends and you want to know what they're doing. You want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You want to ask them questions for tomorrow. You want to ask them this. You want to ask, hey, can I borrow this? Hey, can you bring this? Hey, can we go do this? Right?
Yeah.
And now that you're working, now that I'm working, now that the people who haven't done anything in 4 years from leaving high school, because there is a few. And those people scare me because I don't know what they're going to do with their life. But, now that we don't have time for that, like you honestly don't even need social media.
You don't. And I don't care about the steak you're eating.
Exactly.
And I don't care about you in Cancun in your bikini.
Exactly. Are you like in Mexico about to get a BBL?
Yes. We don't care about your nose job either.
We don't care about... What else have I seen?
Unless I really like you and I'm like, yeah, you had a kid or you got married, but
all right, we don't want to know about your kid.
But everyone else, I'm like, you know what? Wish you luck, the best. But
pretty much, if you're close enough with them, you'll find out. You don't need social media to tell you.
They'll text me. Yes, that's right.
Because if you don't have your friend's phone number by this point, they're not your friends.
Period.
Now you can't send them a snap and wait for them to respond. Everyone has life, so what are they gonna do? Send you a voicemail, send you a text, send you an email, something more adulty, pretty much.
Isaiah Garcia told me something like that similar a while ago. When I first started the podcast, I think I was promoting it. I texted everyone on my phone who I had, and then I think I said something like, I don't want to because we were talking a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to annoy people. But because I only text Isaiah when I want to promote shit, or I text some people hey, I got a new episode, I got a new podcast, please listen. And I feel very annoying, but I really want to get the word out there and I want you to listen. And Isaiah said, he's like, bro, if they're on your phone and you have their phone number, then they're your friends, and you should be able to just text them. That's why you have their numbers,
without
right?
a worry of being annoying them.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess that's true. If I have your number, then fuck.
It's important, pretty much.
Exactly. So that's a good thing to tie in.
Yeah. So what was our extra bonus for whoever made it this far? There was 2 of them. To get to know how much I lost in Vegas, and then there was what was it? That thing that's going on that she's a 10, but
we don't have time for that.
Oh, damn it! All right. Well, we'll leave it on a good note. I lost.
I can give you one.
Well, okay. Well, let me see how much I lost in Vegas, and then we'll do one, and then we'll leave.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. I lost in Vegas $5,700 on gambling, just gambling alone.
I thought it was a lot less than that.
Less? No, I just kept it to myself. I wasn't out there.
You fucking bitch.
Yeah. 5,700.
Wait till
and that does not include what I won and lost. That was just out of pocket expenses.
Just gambling.
That doesn't count my wins. I wouldn't count that as money that I would have. My win was separate, but I wasted that too.
And you guys would assume that Gustavo would be done, but at the airport to go back home.
Before we went back home, I was like, you know what? We have 2 hours to kill. Let's go gamble.
And we gambled more. Another $100, was it? 100?
$100, but I was like, that's enough.
Yeah, the final $100. That's.
I was like, that was the make it or break it part.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, that's it. We're done.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me on.
Wait, she's a 9, but.
Go for it.
I told you all the good ones in the car.
Did you forget them already?
Am I supposed to give you one of the same ones?
If you could remember them, yeah. Because there was a few good ones that I had a good response to.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
she's a 9, but she doesn't like your mom.
Ooh. See, that would drop her down to a 4. Because, your mom. My mom, if she doesn't approve of whoever I'm with, it's not going to work out, ever.
Yeah.
It would just be hell for both parties. So, she's a 5.
4 or 5?
4, not 5. 4. About to give you an extra point. You remember another one?
Yeah. She. Oh God. She's a 2.
Oh, we're starting down low. Okay.
But she's a 2. She's a 2, but she always asks how your day was.
So it depends. Does she do it like unconsciously, where she wakes up every morning and sends like 7 people the same snap saying, "How's your morning going?"
No, she really cares. Like
she really cares. Then that would knock the 2 out of here. I don't care. Even if she's a 2, if she cares about you, which is what's important, you care about her, she cares about you. There's care in the relationship. I don't care what she looks like. Oh, obviously, she can't be like a 0. If that's a thing. Because then something's not working out. Math ain't adding up. But it shouldn't be a problem.
Cool. All right, I can't think of any more.
There was the she's a 10, but she's an alcoholic. And what'd I say? Oh, she's not a 10. She's a 6 pack.
A 6-pack. You're funny. That's a good one.
Then what was the other good one?
Give me one and then we'll finish.
She is a 5.
Right.
But she listens to Confabulate.
12.
Ooh, right there. Ending it on a good note. So all you 5s out there, just listen to this. Immediate 12.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Okay, you said it, not me.
Obviously, I like when people support me, but I don't like to know who it is, basically.
Right.
When people tell me, "Oh, I listened to all your episodes," I'm like, I appreciate it, I do,
but I didn't want to know.
It gives me anxiety and I get nervous. I'm like, oh, what did I listen to? I think of all the worst outcomes. So I'd rather look at the numbers and I'm like,
and just be like, oh,
look at all these people listening.
3,000 people listening.
But then when I find out who it is, I'm like, oh my God, I'm nervous.
Right.
I can't believe I get shocked. All right. Thank you guys for listening to Confabulate. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Gustavo.
Thank you for having me on.
Bye.